It's nice to have you with us. My guest needs no introduction, but it's such a pleasure to have her on. My great friend from the University of Hartford, someone who's been making some humongous moves. It's somebody I'm very, very lucky to have on the show today. Karishma Pinto, what's going on? Welcome to the Productive Conversations podcast.
Thanks for having me. Nice to see you. It's been way too long, Matt. Seriously.
Way
Way
too
too long.
long. But heck, in a year of unpredictability and a year of craziness, it's nice that we could figure out things to rekindle and catch up. And I'm just so glad you're here.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
All right, Karishma. So, University of Hartford grad, coming all, rising on the top of the world. We have so much fun things to get into. But right now you're living in Hartford where you went to school, right?
Yes, I am. After graduation, I moved to the West End during grad school, and then now I actually live right downtown, right in the heart of all of it. So never
Oh,
really left.
tell me. So you're from Philly, right? You're from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania?
More or less. I'm from like the suburbs, like 45 minutes, but I love to tell everybody I'm from Philly. So,
Okay, cool. So, hey, I'll say it still counts Pennsylvania native either way. But
yep.
first things first, why did you decide to stay at the university? Well, after going to the University of Hartford, you got the world to go to. Why did you
Mm.
decide to stay in this place you went to college?
That is a really good question. So I did not plan on staying in Hartford, like no
Mm,
way. I again went to grad school, did like the 1 year program at Uhart. Shout
yep.
out to Uhart.
Mm-hmm.
And I graduated and I was like basically shit out of luck. I didn't have a job and I had to
Mm-hmm.
move home to Pennsylvania. So I actually moved home after graduation for 3 months trying to find something. And then I got an email from my professor saying, "Hey, the Hartford Yard Goats are hiring." And I was like, I don't want to do that. I know nothing about baseball. It was a graphic designer position, and I had just graduated with a communications degree. But I was like, hey, screw it. Like, I'll just apply. And then got the job. And I had 2 weeks to move back to Hartford. So that's basically how I ended up back just for that job. So.
Something else.
Mhm.
So you've had experience, being in the great state of Connecticut, obviously grew up in the Philadelphia area. What's like,
Mhm.
obviously two major cities in the in the East. Can you
Yeah.
tell me, like, what is life like in the Hartford area compared to the Philly area?
Okay, that's a good one. So I'll have to actually break it down to the Pennsylvania suburbs just because I can't really speak to Philly, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Growing up, I never really like went to the city just because it was like 45 minutes away and like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I had protective parents. So I grew up in like a predominantly like white town, like being an Indian girl, like
Mm-hmm.
definitely very interesting things going on there. And then moving to like Hartford, which is a city,
Right.
um, was an interesting transition because normally you hear the opposite. It's like, oh my God, Philly's so cool. And like Hartford sucks. Like, what even is Connecticut and what is Hartford? But I actually love and prefer living in Hartford. Like,
Yeah.
I think the community is great. The diversity unmatched to anything I've seen before. Again, being from a conservative suburb in Pennsylvania.
Right.
Like, I think it's so different, and it's really given me a lot of opportunities to like learn and grow living in a city like that. Again, Hartford, like I mean, if I was to compare it to Philadelphia, obviously I think there's a lot more in Philadelphia. Hartford is kind of known to be a dead city, which I hate saying, but it's kind of true.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Definitely up and coming, but I don't know. I think in a way it's a little hard to compare them just because they're different. But
Yeah.
I like really love where I'm at. It has potential.
Absolutely. Do you feel that Hartford has any potential to could it be an up and coming city? Like we've seen some cities over like the past, I don't know, 10, 20 years that have gotten a bigger reputation, whether it's like Nashville. Like we weren't talking about Nashville crazy. I don't know, maybe I wasn't. like 10 years ago, but now it's a popping place. Or like Austin, Texas is getting really popular. Do you think Hartford, Connecticut could be another great popular American city?
I think so. I mean, right now they're building like a ton of new housing units. They're actually developing the entire area around the ballpark. And again, just even getting that ballpark and getting the yard goats to come here really kind of, I mean, we were on a map before with the Whalers and everything, and then we kind of fell off. You know how it
Yeah,
goes.
exactly.
But I think getting those pro sports teams back in some capacity has
Yeah,
been really helpful. Like even the Hartford athletic soccer team, all of that. And then, we have the Wolf Pack. I think that's really helped. And then another thing that we have happening is we're slowly becoming like a tech hub and a startup hub. Like there are
interesting.
so many startups in Hartford. It's amazing. And so I think people will start moving here and we'll kind of see some changes, and I think we'll be up and coming. Let's just pray this pandemic doesn't close down every single damn bar, because like we're running out of options. Black Bear closed. I
Yeah,
can't believe Black Bear closed. Rest in peace, Black Bear. I
rest in
miss
peace, Blackbeard.
karaoke Tuesdays. But you
What
know what
about?
I'm talking about. Come on.
Oh, absolutely. What about Angry Bull? Angry Bull's gone.
Yeah, all of them, all of them. The
Is
only thing
Russian
there
Lady
is
still
Russian.
there?
Yeah, Russians, but who knows after they've been closed this whole time. So Russian, Pig's Eye, Tavern, and Rocking Horse are still there. Yeah,
Okay, so they're,
those
they're there for now and
for
hopefully
now.
forever. Oh man,
Yeah, but we'll see.
why
God,
don't you create the next great bar, Karishma? Why
I
don't you use
know.
the entrepreneurial skills?
I know.
Are
Well, I've
these?
been thinking about, like, what if I started some kind of business, brick and mortar business in Hartford? Like, that'd be pretty cool. I don't know.
Hey,
So.
you got my support with it. Where has it? Are those places still not occupied? I swear they closed when we were our senior of college. Now it's been a few years, and are they still open spaces, empty? No one's taking them.
So it's funny because like when Black Bear closed, which was the worst day of my life, they another like bar took over called the Press. It was
The
basically they were trying to be
press.
like fancy. Yeah, it was like newspaper themed, and I never went, but I
Well, that's
heard all
kind of
these things
cool.
about it. Yeah, but then people were like, it's just Black Bear with nice decorations. Like the floors are still sticky. Like,
Isn't that a cool
So
thing though? Like you get that vibe, a revamped version.
I guess, but it's like they were like trying to be classy, and it's like no, Black Bear is forever stained in this establishment. So they ended up closing.
My goodness.
Um, and now another place has just moved in, the Russell. The Russell was like a West Indian place on Pratt Street, like was always popping. Like their covers were really high, so like I never went there. But like
Interesting.
people love that. So they've just moved into that spot. So we shall see what happens.
I love
But
that kind of vibe. That sounds really new. You don't really see a lot of West Indies places, but yeah, so much dancing, a lot of culture bounce
exactly.
around. I might go
Exactly.
up to see what that's like. I'm dead
Yeah.
serious. Oh
Yeah.
man.
You should come visit me.
Please,
There you
please show me around the new Hartford. I haven't been there in a few years. And I would love I would love to see the revamped and maybe meet some of your minor league baseball friends too.
go. They're long gone though. But yeah, maybe during the season, who knows? So
Yes, or if you have some big exclusive parties you're still getting invited to because you left good vibes there. And then I have one of them on this show before they hit it big. But
we'll see. We'll see.
I'm definitely down to check it out and down to visit for sure.
Nice.
So with that too, some other exciting things with the heart themed, it's something you have been extremely a part of. The Hart Hand Co. Handmade jewelry. And what exactly is your role in Hart Hand Co?
So I am the owner, founder,
All right.
sole person in Hart Hand Co.
So why
Yes.
don't you? So we know this. It's a handmade jewelry company,
Yeah.
you're clearly part of the startup wave.
Yeah.
So tell me, Karishma, why did you start a jewelry business?
I honestly started a jewelry business because I wanted to be able to pay my rent and loans.
Yeah.
Because right now I work for a nonprofit, and as we all know, the nonprofit industry, a lot of us get paid peanuts.
Hmm.
So I needed to supplement my income. And also, I mean, not only that, I guess I've always been interested in stuff like that. I had a jewelry business when I was 11 years old, actually.
Really?
I used to like have that little hustle in elementary school selling to all my classmates.
No
So I
way. You're like Ed and Eddie, like
yeah.
hustling at 10, 11.
Yeah, no, 100%. So I channeled my young self. Like honestly, like I do this a lot. I think I've always had like an entrepreneurial spirit. Like I just look at like different business ideas
Right.
and I'm like, oh, I could maybe do that. So I found these beads online and like I'm not even gonna lie, I just bought them for myself. I'm like, oh, like I want to make a cute bracelet. And then I like ended up posting a picture on my Instagram and then everybody was like, where'd you get that? And then I was like, oh shit, people actually like this and they want it. So I'm like, all right, there's a demand for it. So I just was like, all right, I'm gonna launch this business.
How
So
about that? So how long have you been at it?
only a month and I've sold like 100 bracelets in a
Oh,
month.
congratulations. How fast is the
Hey,
shipping? I'm going to get one. I'll get one. I really will.
you don't have to buy. Promoting is totally fine, but yeah, I I've been shipping all over the country and like I've had girls from Uhart like hit me up who I haven't spoken to literally since like freshman sophomore year like buying or girls that I went to high school with who like I wasn't even that close with have been purchasing from me. So like if you're listening to this, shout out to all my girls who have got my back because I mean they do make great presents, not to just like plug myself, but like a lot of people have like purchased for Christmas
Yeah,
because they're fully customizable. These are so the reason like I don't know, a lot of girls I feel like these days are starting businesses, a lot of people, which is amazing. But
for
I
sure.
wanted to like differentiate my product. So like I make like a classic friendship bracelet type thing, but I put my own spin on it and kind of elevated it to be more high quality. So the beads I use are metal and then semi-precious stone and glass, whereas like a lot of the types of bracelets that you usually see that are similar to mine are just made with plastic. So like that's how I kind of wanted to differentiate myself. I'm able to charge a little bit more and then make like a decent profit. So,
No, that's
yeah.
inspiring. And any way I can help a small business like yours and genuine about that, I would love to check. I'd love to help. And, I could give one to my mom or grandma or something.
Aw, thank you. That's so sweet. That means so much.
For
Appreciate it.
sure. I will genuinely be in touch with that. But if we wanted to find Heart and Hand Co. and look at all the great bracelets you provide, where can we find it?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram right now. I might be launching an Etsy soon, but if you want to stay up to date with all the latest, you can follow me at Heart and Hand Co. So
All right, all
Heart
one word.
and Hart is spelled like Hartford because gotta give a shout out to the city in which I live right now. So it's Hart. Yeah.
All right, excellent. Again, that's awesome to hear. And yeah, definitely let us know when you get that Etsy, and I can put it
Yeah.
in some ads for this podcast.
Thank you.
May I ask, sticking to the entrepreneur theme, how has it been, if with what you haven't mentioned already, how has it been, running your own business amongst this pandemic? How do you run your own business while holding your other job? What is it
Hmm.
like being an entrepreneur for you in, 2020, 2021?
Yeah. Not gonna lie, it's been a little tough. Like again, I'm only like a month or maybe 2 months in,
Mhm.
and it's a lot more than I thought it was gonna be. Well, first of all, I didn't expect to get this many customers. So again, shout out to my customers. But just kind of navigating that whole thing, like I truly don't know how other business owners do it, especially those with side hustles who are working full time. So
Right.
like again, I have my day job and then I just got promoted on my day job. So it's just so
Congratulations.
much work. Thank you, but it's a lot of work constantly. And then I tell myself, I'm like, oh, well, I can take 5 minutes here and there because I'm working from home to do some jewelry biz stuff. But like, I really can't because like work is just like always busy. And then so I'll like work from like 9 to 5. And then as soon as 5 rolls around, I'll switch gears to the business and try to crank out these bracelet orders. And then I'm working till like midnight. And then it's just like, you don't sleep. And then that's all I think about. I'm like trying to fall asleep and I'm like, my mind is buzzing. I'm like, I gotta fill this order. I gotta go to the post office. I gotta do this, gotta do that. So I'll just tell you, it's a lot tougher. But I don't mean to discourage anybody either. Like it's definitely worth it and it's rewarding and fun. And luckily I love jewelry, I love fashion, I love being on Instagram. So like posting is not a problem, all that. But it's I think all about finding that balance has been pretty interesting for sure.
It's a beautiful grind. And yeah, if everybody could be an entrepreneur and own a business, we would have more of them. But I think it's really inspiring what you're doing and grinding like that and doing it while you can with so much energy. While and even in these hardening times. I really commend you on that, and that's awesome to see, Karishma. I mean it.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. That's so nice. Aw.
My pleasure,
Yeah.
my pleasure. So I'm just switch gears a little bit. Like I said, we met in college way back when. I
Yep.
think you were a tour guide with me that when we
Yeah.
initially met, and then you left.
So long ago. I did leave. I didn't like it anymore. I was like,
I
Did
think
you do the whole 5 or 4 years? Or
I
did you leave too?
no, I did. I did it all 4 years. I got hired at the very end of freshman year, and I
Yeah,
did
see,
it.
we were like the same. Oh my god, that's so funny.
But did
Unlocked the memory.
you liked were you there when I mean you were there when Jen was running the show. Were you there when Chrissy was running it?
No, so I think part of the
Ah,
wait was because Jen scared me. I was like, I can't do this anymore. She's too strict. I can't.
she definitely held her ground often. But if you worked with Chrissy, oh my God, Chrissy is one of my top 5 bosses ever. You
Really?
know, even all amongst my production work, she was such a pleasure, so understanding, so honest. I seriously, I honestly think that's why I stayed. Honestly, she was just so great to work for.
Wow. Now
Oh,
you're making me regret quitting, Matt. Come on.
why you
What a
left too
fresh
early?
year.
I
I know I should have given it more of a chance.
I honestly think looking back, a lot of people would leave. There wasn't a lot of retention rate back then, but like, oh, Chrissy, we were the squad. We would go on retreats. I remember we'd go early to go on retreats.
Are you kidding me? Okay,
Listen,
now well, I mean, I don't regret it per se because then I ended up joining like 25 clubs. So,
yeah,
I
and
mean, I gave up that one and then went to a bunch
for
of
sure,
others.
like when you know what, I don't know, maybe because I barely was there my freshman year. Like, I got there at the
Yeah,
very end, and I was pledging Theta Chi at the time, and like really
right?
looking like an idiot with my pledge uniform going with tours. Our fraternity outfit at the time pledging it was a white button-down shirt, beige khakis, and a red bow tie. I heard people would call us candy canes, and
Oh my god.
it just doesn't match. It didn't match whatsoever. I look silly. I looked like those 1920s like caricatures. I just needed a straw hat,
Yeah, yeah.
and maybe I
Wait,
didn't.
that's too funny. I never saw you wear that though. Where was I? I don't remember this.
You know what was funny? Like, though I was in Theta Chi, I really didn't wear my letters a lot. But I didn't. I
Hmm.
just wore other stuff, and
Yeah.
I think it's funny because a few people said like I never saw you wear the Theta Chi stuff, and I was the president at one time, and I just I
Well,
don't.
yeah, I knew that. I knew you were in Theta Chi, but I don't remember you wearing like anything for like when you were pledging. I
Yeah, no.
remember when A Pi was pledging,
Mhm.
those guys and what they had to do, and like some of the other girls in their sororities, but I don't remember what you guys were doing when you were
Oh,
pledging.
yeah,
So
like of course Greek life was a big part of my college experience, but it was just
yeah,
I just like being friends with everybody, diverse, and really focus on the career
yeah,
and interning. So I just didn't wear the wardrobe a lot, and just
yeah.
gave them away my letters to the next generation.
Oh
But I
wow.
mean, I liked Theta Chi a lot. It was a good
Hmm.
time. I have some of my best friends from it, but I just liked other things too. I think some people were just Theta Chi and nothing, and not that there's
Yeah,
anything wrong with that per se, but I think college is your chance to go to other clubs, like you said, and
absolutely.
have all your interests. And of course, who doesn't like a good party and stuff and getting lit? But there's
Yeah.
more life to that. But
Yeah. I mean, I went to the Theta Chi house in Bloomfield, right? Wasn't that Theta Chi?
oh
Freshman year
yes,
or
you know
something?
it, duh. We held it down. I think we had a lot more people would have good memories from our parties and stuff. People
Oh, yeah, for
responsible,
sure.
no controversy that sticks out or anything. So
Not never with Theta Chi, not that I know of. Definitely with some
oh
other ones, but never Theta Chi.
ooh,
I
like
mean,
which
not that I
ones?
know of. Not that I know of. So,
Okay. So yeah, like I wanted to prove that you can be lit and be a good person.
I love that.
That was the main objective of Theta Chi. And then when you had your SAEs and Alpha Sigs who just
Mm,
they just make the fraternity stereotype
yeah.
what
I,
it is.
Yeah.
And
But I think you're a perfect example of that because I just remember you always like being friends with literally everyone. Like I was like, oh my god, he's like so nice. He's like always talking. Like, do you remember when we had RPW together?
we did
Do
have
you remember
all RPW.
RP Dubs, right?
This
And we
was
talk
this was the
sophomore.
sec. Yes, this was with that teacher. He had like a weird shaped head with glasses.
Yeah, maybe.
Really big nerd. But
Yeah,
he said it himself. So
yeah,
I, I do. Who's in that class? Do you remember who's in that class?
yeah. I do. Certain people.
That you don't want to remember? Okay, I think I know what class.
Yeah,
Was this the honors one?
maybe. No, no, it was regular. I was in honors freshman year, and then oh, it was
Yeah.
accelerated,
Yeah,
right?
I was in the honors one with a really hipster teacher. I didn't know
Oh, you
what the
probably
hell he was talking
Grossman.
about.
Grossman, right? Wasn't his name Gross?
I only remember my film professor's names. It's bad. Oh no, I remember my bit because I was in the business. Did a minor in business school, and I was just about to clear my minor for business management. But I I decided to intern my first semester senior year. I interned and couldn't get the
Hmm.
final credits. But I remember
Right.
Dr. Ogilvy. He was the man.
Oh, I don't know who that
Okay,
is.
but but back to RPW. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
we would go to different classrooms, right?
yeah, because we would go to the
Yep.
one an hour back, and then we go in the basement for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
we like debates or something. Do you remember that?
I think so. Yeah, we did. He was the professor. I can't remember his name. I remember
You're right. He was like super nerdy.
the famous Sam Ochari had it too. We would make compare
Hey,
contract
which
notes.
class was he in our class?
No,
I
no, he
forgot.
was definitely in a different class.
Okay. Yeah,
Uh,
I remember a select few in our class who shall not be named, but
fair enough. Fair enough. But yeah, that guy was. I just That it's like you just laugh. I don't want. I'm not trying to make fun of the guy, but he was just so goofy, but like not
yeah.
in a malicious way. I remember once he were talking about writing this long paper. He's like, a guy like me would like this, and I just, yeah, bro, you would.
Oh my god, that's too much. Yeah.
Oh man, the Uhart studio. You remember? You miss all those Uhart heads and stuff.
I guess,
I
yeah.
guess some more than others, obviously.
Yeah, definitely. Some I'm like, no, no.
Never again. Oh, I hear you strong with that.
Yeah.
Living in Hartford, do you drive by the campus and get like agita or anything? Or like, oh, this is a cool place.
Yeah, like I've been back to Uhart plenty of times. Like I was a part of the Obama Foundation like last year, and like so then I like suggested to my group members that we like meet at the library because the new library is beautiful.
Oh, there's a new
So I go back.
library?
Yeah, oh my god, they renovated a ton of buildings and they're building an entirely new academic building in the center of campus.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a lot happening. There's a lot of changes, and I'm still heavily involved with UHeart. I'm on the alumni association's like alumni of color task force. So
You
I
were on
just
the
met.
Regents board, right?
Yeah, I was a student regent. Yeah, that was
Oh,
really freaking cool. I got to help choose. I got to help like be in the process of choosing a new president after Walt left.
and a whole academic on the center campus. Like, how does that? I can't. I'm trying to picture the big lawn. They could
Yeah,
fit an infrastructure like that.
yeah, it's like that like big green between like the science buildings, remember on the
Yeah.
side? Like where we would do the preview days and stuff, like the Molly
Preview
Molly
days.
2, remember that? And then
Molly too.
like like right next to it. Like it's like right in front of it, I think. And it's like huge apparently. And it's gonna be dedicated, they just named it. It's gonna be
The
called like the
Walter
Hershey
Harrison.
Center. No, no, it's not named after Walt. It's named after these like two random people. And yeah, they
The two
really
big
broke ground on it
donors.
pretty much. Yeah, yeah, like a couple. So
Do you know what type of
lots of change.
building it's gonna be? Like, is it gonna
Yeah,
be
it's gonna be dedicated to like the sciences and engineering. It's gonna be a
mm,
CETA building, basically. Yeah.
CETA? I haven't heard those like four
Yeah.
letters in a while. They're not changing
Right.
the. They're not changing the. They're not changing the what I call the tenement buildings, the freshman dorms. No plans still.
Oh, I think they like might have redone the inside. I'm not sure, but like yeah. I don't know why.
Those were
You'd think that they would focus on like the actual housing and living situation before
oh
doing
the
that.
what about those village apartments? How
Oh my God,
awful
they're so.
fire hazard.
Wasn't there like a rumor they were gonna like knock them down or something, or they're gonna knock down regions and then rebuild?
Yeah, that's
I
what
don't
I
know.
did here. No, no, those no plans for you to report on that.
I don't know. I don't have any insight. No.
You know what's amazing about you, Hart Village Apartments? How easy those walls would break. I mean, honestly, all the freshmen, outside, all the students' housing except maybe Hawk Hall and the freshman dorms, those walls were styrofoam.
Yeah, I know. Because didn't you hear that rumor about me junior year? Did you?
What? What was this?
Oh, I have the tea for you. I hope that people aren't
Please.
listening to this or won't be listening to this. But fresh or junior year, I won't name any names, but there was this group of people who I had some beef with, and I hadn't spoken to them like all year. Never went to their apartment. Never stepped foot in that apartment. Well, after a drunken night, apparently one of these people came home, opened their own door, and was so drunk they fell into the wall and broke the wall. Well, this person was afraid of what their roommates were going to say. So when the roommates came back and were like, what the fuck happened? This person decided to say, Karishma came over earlier and kicked a hole in the wall.
Just cause I did not know this story. Hey, so
So a very select group of people, a lot of people thought that I was a psychopath, people who had never met me before, because they heard this wall story. And I had no idea either. I'm like, why are people staring at me at Commons? Like, I'm like, why are these random freshmen looking at me like I'm crazy? And then it's because they heard this rumor that I came to the sevens and kicked a hole in the wall.
and
Yeah.
you never knew them, never spoke to them, but because he remembers your name, that's
No, so
how
at
that
this
happened.
point did know them. Like we did have a
Oh,
history,
okay, okay,
but
I
they
see, I
decided
see.
to cut ties
Oh, okay.
for junior year. So in
Oh,
retaliation, yeah, I think you
I
know.
think I know this. It's all
Yeah,
coming
so
back.
like in
Jesus
retaliation,
Christ,
yeah. So there was a rumor spread, and
that's
for the
awful.
longest time, I just didn't know. The person kind of apologized since then, but I'm like, what the hell? Like, I didn't even step foot in the sevens junior year, so I don't know where it came from.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry you had to go through that, but gee, that's talking about controversy.
right. I'm
Whoever
like,
that person is a loser.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't want to say anything negative. It was years ago, but like, I just thought it was like so funny. Like, wow, I didn't realize like we were like back in high school, like spreading rumors about people when we're
On
in
a
our junior
college
year of
campus.
college. Yeah, like, yeah. So,
The funniest wall break story I've heard was, I'm gonna type the name. I can't say his name. This guy, and who I'm very close with to this day. And well, I mentioned this story before.
yeah.
I've mentioned this story before. He knows that I've said it, so it's not that big of a deal. But I'll keep his name. But it was his. I thought it was him who did this, but he told me I heard this on another podcast. But it's really it was really this guy who I never heard of. But pretty much this guy, again after a drunken night, head butted the wall. I'll
Oh,
never forget. I'll never forget watching it and like dying of laughing. And it was like a back then when they didn't have screen recording. I don't care. I would risk. Why'd you screen record that? Because it was just the funniest. You see this grown ass man headbutt the wall like some martial artist headbutting a piece of wood. He just bam, 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 little headbangers. It was one of the
no.
funniest things I ever saw, like on a Snapchat in my life. It was
What?
like when people look at Snapchat stories.
Yeah.
It was that crying, laughing. How does a grown man get so drunk? What kind of concussion he's got? Just bam, bam, bam.
So many. Come on, you were in a frat. How many guys have punched
I mean,
walls?
of course, punching walls, but got so drunk enough to headbutt the wall. I mean, that's a lot.
Okay, that is a lot. That's extra. That is surely
Yeah,
extra.
I've seen my fair share of punching the walls. I admit to one time I was one time I was mad at one of my roommates. But we're really cool now still. And I threw my change at him, and it made a hole
Oh,
in the wall.
I believe it. Those walls were like so
And
bad, so
I
bad.
got charged for it. And I had And I still haven't paid that change to this day. Gosh, should I have said that? I'm gonna look for this. But
I mean, yeah, that's bad though. Like, come on. I never punched a hole in a wall. I never broke the wall,
yeah.
or I mean, I never actually broke the wall, even though I thought I did. But
No,
I
yeah.
will admit that I wanted to break something. So at Spring Fling, I took this like vase full of like marbles and I threw it on the ground in the sevens because I wanted to shatter something. And then of course the RAs were like walking
Marbles.
around. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. And then I pick up all the shattered glass. But then I'm pretty sure if you check the dirt in the sevens on the back wall, those marbles are probably still stuck in the dirt in that grass
Oh my
patch.
god.
So
Like I said, I threw the change and like but no, we made up like as soon as I hit the wall, we was like, yo, I'm sorry, bro, I shouldn't have done that. We made up. I still have to fix that. But yeah, it was like I threw like 7 cents worth of cents. Is that how
oh
you say
my
that?
god.
Literally, it was like I remember it was like 2 pennies and a quarter.
Oh my
And
god.
it caused a hole in the wall.
Jeez. Yeah.
But yes, that was clearly a different time. It was back at Park River.
Yeah. Oh my god. Years ago. Jeez. Wow.
What what was like the craziest Hartford party that you could say that you were at?
That's a tough one. I don't know. Maybe maybe like a frat party. I don't know. Not. I don't know. I remember the Theta Chi party being a little like, no offense,
Fair
but
enough. We could take our criticism. Hopefully they
I don't
chase us
know.
there.
This is. I mean, SGA used to have like, remember like everybody just cramming into apartments and like
Jeez.
if you just
Not
couldn't
social
breathe,
distancing.
it's so hot. Yeah, I can't even imagine that life right now. But like I don't know. Remember the Hart School used to have parties off
Oh
campus?
yeah, we would
Those
sneak
were
in.
always wild. Yeah.
I would sneak into those parties with my brothers because we had a couple brothers in the hard school, and
Yeah.
yeah, it got down there. So much culture. I remember how much culture in that
Yeah.
party was. I was like, this is not a typical college party. It's even better. I really thought that in my head.
Right? And because this was when we were like way younger, we were like freshmen, sophomores, and like this was before Uber was like super popular. So we'd
Yeah.
be like calling yellow taxis to like drive us to these houses, or like frat guys would be like we'd be like paying them $1 to like drive us in their minivan or something.
Or you
Remember
get the
that?
pledges driving, pick you up.
Exactly, the pledges. Oh my god, wow, what a different time, honestly.
We really did. I remember like our freshman year, it was about those taxis. Like Uber really didn't become Uber until sophomore year of college. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, like it wasn't like mainstream. Even sophomore year, end of sophomore year, I was like totally obliterated at the society room for the SBA
Society.
banquet. Yeah, and I had to leave to go back to campus. And I like remember calling a yellow taxi, and they're like, "What street are you on?" And I'm like, I don't know what street I'm on. I just need you to pick me up. I'm at the society room." And they're like, "You need to tell us the street." And I'm like, "I don't, which is ironic as hell because I live there now. I live right next to that street.
No way. That's
That street.
hilarious.
Yeah, like it's so funny how things work out. Like, you know.
What a what it was funny when you would see like I remember seeing the Halloween nights, the Halloween weekends,
Yes,
and seeing those people
yes.
going in those
So
taxis
crazy.
particular.
Yeah,
What were
yeah.
you
Oh,
what was
God, I
your
miss that.
what was your most successful Halloween costume?
Um, I don't know. I think all of them have been pretty stupid. Um, I don't
Which
think
are
I
the
had a
stupid
good one in
ones?
college. Like, I was like Kelly from The Office. I, yeah, like I was like Mindy from the Mindy Project. Basically, I just went as like every iteration of like an Indian girl that like Mindy Kaling played, basically. And then like I don't know. I think it was like Minnie Mouse, like, but I did like the
I think you
basic
could
girl
rock
Minnie Mouse, and just like wore red and like went to the
basic Minnie
bar.
Mouse.
Yeah,
Basic
or like
Minnie Mouse.
oh, I said I was like a sloth vet because I really like sloth, so I wore like a lab coat, and then I found a guy dressed as a sloth, and we like took a picture. Like I love that, but
A
like it was always
sloth
like
vet?
really,
That
yeah,
a
like I'm
thing?
a sloth vet. No, I just was like I was just trying to be creative. I'm like, all right, a sloth vet, but like. No, I never. Those were always like very last minute things. Cause I'm like, I just want to get
Yeah.
drunk. I want to go to the bar. Let me just throw something on. Like, you know.
I remember one of my favorite Halloween costumes someone else had. I thought it was funny was he had a nudist on strike and he just wore his clothes like regular.
Oh yeah.
That's so
Okay. See, that's
creative.
smart. I
Like
feel like everybody in Greek life got really creative with their costumes or your guys' little socials with your costumes. Like, I'm like, oh my God, that's too funny.
some more than others for sure. You know, like
Yeah.
uh, in I one of my favorite Halloween costumes was excuse me, I'm trying to think. Yep. So I was Marty McFly, which was
Oh, nice.
awesome. And I still have my so Marty McFly was pretty much a you had your jeans. I had very similar Nikes that he did.
Yeah.
You would wear a like a blue button down, and then you would wear a jean jacket, and then you would wear a orange vest, which I still wear every winter.
Nice.
It's kind of like a regular hipster right now.
That's
But
true.
and I remember rocking that. I remember rocking that on my. So I was interning at CNN. So I did it twice, junior year and senior year, which I didn't even know people remember. So you were that last year. I was like, you guys remember that? I remember being called out from that. But I wore it at my internship at CNN,
Mm-hmm.
and pretty much it was a casual Friday. You had to dress up. It wasn't business casual. Well, I guess it was business casual, but I don't know how you explain it. Like you could be business casual, but don't be sloppy about it, if that makes
Yeah,
sense.
that makes sense. Yeah.
But I did is like, of course, I was thinking to CNN out of all places do Halloween because the year before that very same semester I was interning in Nickelodeon, so
Yeah.
so people were dressing up. I was
Yeah.
like, does CNN do it? Because this is a 180. That's children's television, pop
Mm-hmm.
culture, entertainment. And then I thought the whole time I wanted to wear like a more legit costume. I remember I was like, I'll do Marty McFly because I can look like casual Friday and see if anybody notices. I remember one person noticed. It was an on-air person.
Yeah.
Um, but that was it. But I was totally wrong. They did not dress up or anything.
Oh no.
You can see the big
Oh
CNN
God.
newsroom in New York City, and then you see me dressed as Marty McFly and everyone else dressed regular.
Wait, that is so funny. Did anyone say anything?
No, the only person was the no one knew what I was except the one on air
Okay.
personality because I worked in the talent department and the development team. So
Yeah.
he noticed. I was honored.
Oh, that's good. Wait, that's too funny.
Oh yeah, I was definitely where's Waldoing. I might as well have dressed up as Waldo. See if you could find me.
Oh my God.
What do you, where's your favorite place to eat in Hartford?
Um, that's a good question. I love agave. Okay, they probably judge the shit out of me because I take every date there. Every guy, I'm like,
Ooh.
oh, like I know a place, agave, and I swear to God, I've been on like five.
I have
I've
a
been
story for you after this.
dates. I've been on five first dates to agave there this year. And it's like always the same wait staff. They're probably like, what the fuck is wrong with her?
No way. You want to know fun? I got a story for you like that.
Yeah.
So again, this was in New York. This was in New York, right?
Hmm.
And it was like that senior semester. So like I was friends with all the Nickelodeon interns, and I've only really stayed in touch with one of them. But there was like a nice little squad of us, like 6, 7 people,
Yeah.
and I remember like, oh, let's reunite. This was a year later after our internship. Of course,
Yeah.
out of that squad, I remember the one friend I stay in touch with still. They backed out. They flaked. I think they flaked. They gave me an excuse. Oh, I don't feel good. I was like, you were fine yesterday, but
Yeah.
okay, that's fine. Um, and it was so this is what happened. So she basically was canceling before like my friend. So we
Mhm.
this was this one spot we always go to. Like if you walk by this place, you snap to the people you're friends with in
Yeah.
that group.
Aw.
It's called Beer Authority. It's right next to Port Authority bus station on 34th Street, then 8th Avenue. So I I go with so I first go with her as friends, just hanging out, friend date, say goodbye,
Mhm.
whatever. This is Wednesday. And we were just meeting up to meet up anyways. And I was talking, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, it's gonna be nice. We're gonna see everybody again, right? And then she backs out. So it's
Yeah.
just me going, and it goes me, there's my buddy Greg, and then there was this girl, and Greg we were just the three of us chilling. Remember, it's supposed to be 6, 7 of us,
Mhm.
and Greg leaves. Greg bounces. That was the last time I ever saw him in person. He's just like, I gotta go. So it's just me and her at the same restaurant. And who shows up is the same wait server that I had the night before with my friend. None of these are
Oh,
dates or anything. And I'll
yeah.
never forget that rolling of the eyes she gave me. Oh, she's like, oh, just 2 days later, huh?
Oh my God, no way.
Yeah, no, it was just catching up and stuff, and like nothing eventful happened,
Yeah,
but I've
that's
always
so
laughed.
funny. Yeah,
A-
that's so funny.
And the only other time that something similar like that happened, this is back in Norwalk, right?
Yeah.
So let's go to Voodoo. I did go on a failed first, well, not failed, but didn't work out. Like go on a first date,
Mm.
and this was this year. So this was back like in July.
Yeah.
Go out. Clearly wasn't good enough for a second date for whatever reason, but that's fine.
Aw.
Then I come back in November.
Yeah.
Then this is not a date. This is another friend that's a girl. We're just hanging out. And who do I get? The
God.
same damn waiter. You know what
Yeah.
she says?
What?
Haven't you guys been in here before?
Oh
To the
God.
both of us. She didn't catch on. I remember my friend literally saying, like, oh, she thinks we've been here already. And I was like, yep. What a coincidence.
Oh my God. You're lucky that I like wasn't an actual date because I would have been so awkward. But I mean,
Oh
people have
yeah.
to understand that, like like obviously you've been on dates with other people prior to going on this other first date.
Yeah.
Like I didn't care because I'm like yeah, this is just my date spot. Like Agave and World of Beer. Like one time I went on like 3 consecutive dates to World of Beer. One time I went out with a guy on like a
Mhm.
freaking Thursday night to World of Beer.
Okay.
And I went out with another guy on the Friday night to World of Beer, and like I'm sure they were like, "Oh my God, this girl!" Like,
What's
no
wrong with
shame.
what's wrong with our diversity? That's why it's always fun to date in New York City, because there's always somewhere new to go to the same spot.
Yeah,
It's
that
very
is
hard.
not the case in Connecticut. And then yeah, like, so I always go to like the same places with guys, and this has been like the year of the dates. Like I've been on so many dates, it's been insane. Like,
That's hilarious.
oh,
That's what I had pretty much. Like I was dating someone and up until like the pandemic, then bam, we
yeah,
it didn't work out. But still close with them to this day. But so like throughout the summer, same thing. It was a great summer of first dates. And like 3 or 4 of them, it was all good. Now I tried not to date. So I live in Norwalk, but I
mhm.
don't like to date in Norwalk for that very reason. And to
Yeah,
see around
Connecticut
it to
dating sucks.
yeah.
Okay.
I can't wait to go back to. I said I'm not going to start dating again until I'm back working in New York again. That's my goal.
Oh, my sister says the same exact thing because she lives in Manhattan, and now she moved home to Pennsylvania,
Yeah,
and she's dating here sucks. I'm waiting till I move back to Manhattan to start
exactly.
dating. Oh my God, that's too funny.
That's what it's better. There's less chance of that awkwardness, and I
Yeah, because everybody's connected. I swear to God. Like one
yeah.
time I was on a date with this guy and I was telling him like it was like 3 weeks. This was like Halloween time last year. It
Mhm.
was like a few weeks after Halloween, and like Halloween I got like blackout drunk. Apparently I like made out with some guy in the bathroom.
Oh.
Whatever. So I was like talking no, I was like talking to this guy on
Oh
the
no.
date, and I'm like, yeah, like I was like telling him like what happened, like which probably in hindsight is probably not date conversation. But
Right.
anyway, it turns out
Oh
that
no.
the no, I didn't tell him this story actually. I didn't tell him because I would obviously again I wouldn't say that on a first date. But he was talking about his friend, a friend of a friend, and I'm like, wait a minute, I know this name, and it turns out it was the guy I made out with in the bathroom, and I'm like, wait, I like know that guy. He's like, how do you know him? And I'm like, I just met him at a party, nothing more.
You want to know?
Like the world is too damn small.
Oh my god! Why don't we? More. You want to know something? I went on this one date at Grand Central like 7:30 in the morning, which actually
Oh
was
wow,
kind of nice.
okay,
Both commute. So she was a reverse commuter and I was just a regular commuter.
yeah,
And for some reason we just thought that'd be a funny thing to talk about. And
yeah,
and
cute.
and then we did. It was actually really nice. and it was a good time. So I'm actually still, so it was really bad timing. We could never set up another time, so
Yeah.
it was no problem or falling out. But I haven't talked forever, so I admit to unfollowing on Instagram. Nothing against them.
Come on.
It was a different time. It was a different time, and this was before. Now you can unfollow people. You can make sure they unfollow you too, so no one notices.
Hmm.
But
You are cold, man. That's cold.
what? You're right. And I learned my lesson. I never do it again. But
Hmm.
you know
So
what
if
happened?
you followed, I'll know.
Hmm?
Okay. If you
What?
hit me with unfollow,
I cannot
I'll know
unfollow
you're that
you.
guy. You're
I
that
can't,
guy.
I can't unfollow you, Karishma. I won't unfollow you. I won't follow Hart and Co. I told you. You can
Okay, good.
trust me. I'm loyal. I'm truly loyal. But anyways, so when I was legitimately dating, and we were dating like a few months. So I'm not friends with her, but she turns out the girl I went to the date at Grand Central. She's best friends with the girl I was dating with cousin,
What?
right?
Well, that's whole ass world. Are you kidding me?
And so she asked me
Oh.
about this, like, who is this Sarah? And I'm like, and I told her, and this is what I was. I wish I should have called. So I texted her, like, I explained, hey, we did go on this date, but nothing came of it. I remember she
Yeah.
didn't respond to me like for 8 hours. I was like, come on, did I do
She was
something?
processing. She was fuming. Like, come on.
Yeah. And then, I remember I got a basic response. It's fine. It's fine. I was like,
It's
huh.
never fine, Matt. Rule number one. When someone says it's fine, it's never freaking fine,
You're right.
okay?
I remember it
Women
was,
number one.
I remember it was the first 2 days. I remember there was an awkward 2 days. And,
Hmm.
yeah, whatever I came up with to make up for myself. But that's what I learned. If I'm going to unfollow you, I got to have them unfollow me too.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, that's so bad. Oh my god. Small world, I'm telling you, it's crazy.
Oh, yes.
You
I
know,
mean,
and even just like the dating pool and is so like on the apps and stuff. Like if I'm on Tinder or like Hinge or something,
mhm,
like it's always the same damn guys. I'm like,
yeah.
oh god, like, and then I have to set my radius higher. Like I was seeing this guy from Waterbury, like literally like a few months ago, and yeah, it was just he was from Waterbury, and he would like drive up here or drive up to Hartford.
Oh, he's the homie. That's not terrible. What was that, 45
Yeah, but
minutes?
he'd be like, he was such a dick. Oh my god, that did not end. Like we were seeing each other for like a month, and then it just, we were literally like, I look over after like we were like hanging out for like the sixth time, and he claimed he's like, I like you, blah blah blah.
Hmm.
I look over at this man's phone. He
Oh,
didn't have
no.
my number saved, Matt.
Oh, I hate that.
Saved, and that was the sixth time seeing each other and hanging
That's
out.
bad. Come on, that's bad.
Yeah, and hooking up. So this game was like, I'm not using you for a hookup. No, no, no. I really like you. I like your personality. Like, I have so much fun with you. I'm like, bitch, you are lying to my damn face. I'm like, why didn't you say my number? I called him out on the spot. You best believe I
I'm
did.
proud of you for that.
Yeah,
You keep
like
these in
the
line.
audacity. I'm like, damn, save my number. Word to the wise. Save her number. Hashtag save her number 2021. Okay?
I went on all horrible formal dates. All of them horrible, except one was not bad. And then the second time by myself was my favorite time going by myself to a formal. I had one formal date who I saw the black to my shoulders, didn't have my number saved. I remember, you know what? You go this way, I go this way. We'll just let
Yeah.
this go. I remember thinking that.
Ooh, that's hurtful. Like, damn. Sure, okay, if you just start talking to someone, like, yeah, I don't save a lot of guys' numbers who I start talking to, like,
Yeah,
randomly. But, like, fuck, 6 times a month, or,
that's
like, if
a
you've known someone for a while, that's brutal as hell. Like,
yeah. I
like, you
mean,
know?
what what do you what's like the most annoying thing guys do on dating apps for you? And we can compare contrast notes.
I just, like, hate when a guy right off the bat, like, asks me what I'm looking for. Because no, 10 out of 10 times they are just trying to like hit it and quit it and leave, and
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, like let's get to know each other a little bit first. Like, oh my god, like,
Mm.
you know, I'm like, I'm not looking for like anything like crazy committed or like in
Yeah, we're
terms of that,
young.
but at least like have some common decency. I just hate. I'm like, and if they ask me what I'm looking for, like they'll be like, "Hey, what's up? How are you? What are you looking for?" I'm like, ghosted. No, bye, bye.
Peace.
Yeah, every
I
time.
sometimes I feel like, every situation's different, but sometimes I just feel like, this is for everyone, but like you have to, at least for my perspective as a straight guy, like some with these girls, you have to do something for them, an arm and a leg, and then maybe that you'll get considered. I just hate that the way like approaching these apps now is like I feel like you can. It's obvious if someone's like genuinely down and genuinely want to
Yeah,
get to know you, whatever that, if that's short term or long term, whatever, right?
exactly.
So,
Yeah.
doing this for been on the apps for whatever years at this point, I feel that like okay, I've had all the situations possible, right? Like things that worked out, had legitimate relationships out of it, you know,
Hmm.
short terms, whatever, and then but always like is good with the communication and stuff like that. And then I've
Hmm.
even been stood up before. That actually happened.
Oh my
So
god, that sucks. Same though, and that's the worst. That's like
y-
so sad. I don't know.
when I got
I'm like, damn, bitch, you texted me. Like, come on.
probably getting stuck up though, as embarrassing and as annoying it was probably the best thing to make me realize like, yo, why do I have to put so much effort in these datings? If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. I really felt that.
Go. I mean, but at the same time, like, I don't know, because I'm on the other side of that. I'm like, these guys put in no effort. It's so
Yeah,
frustrating because, like, you could tell if, like, I just feel like if you like start talking to someone that you like vibe with, like, it shouldn't feel like effort. It's like, oh, I
exactly.
genuinely like am interested by this person. I'm attracted to them. Like, they seem really cool. Like, I want to talk to them and get to know them. Like, and I just
Right.
feel like so it's hard on both. I'm not just saying it's guys, like guys and girls. It's like, okay, well, like, why are you even bothering talking to someone that you don't feel a connection with, or like you don't want to get to know more? Like, it's just really frustrating.
Absolutely. I feel that frustration with you. And like, and that was only like a month ago getting stood up, and it just really put
Aw.
things in perspective. And I have not touched that since. And I figure, and well, here's what's annoying, right? They
Yeah.
cancel on me, right? They
Mhm.
cancel on me. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, fine. I'll just do whatever I want my day. Then they call me, say, hey, I changed my mind. You still wanted to hang out, right? So, I mean, they didn't
Yeah.
cancel. They said, like, oh, like, I'm not feeling good and whatever. Then I was just like, okay, I'll talk to you still if you want to talk, whatever. I could at least do that. And then she changed her mind. And then, so the stuck up was, um, yeah, we were going to hang out. I said, I suggested all these places to go that she didn't want to, no food, no dinner. I'm not going to initiate, like, go to your house or my house because that's not right. We got to go know each other. So I was just
Yeah. At
like, what?
least.
Yeah, it's just the right thing to do. And I've always figured if you're
But
gonna,
most guys I've dated because they're always like, "Oh, let me come over." So,
yeah, it's just I feel it's just so awkward if you just go right away into the side. Like,
because they're trying
what
to
is
hook
it?
up 9 times out of 10. No, 10 times out of 10, they're just
Yeah,
looking.
I said just like I feel if that's even the case, first you be honest before any initiation, and sometimes people are generally down for just for the
Yeah.
short term, but
Yeah,
you
which is
don't.
what you think, but the lying, like, "Oh, I want to get to know you, but let me come over." I hate that.
Yeah, like that's
Wait,
that's that's proving
okay,
you.
to be fair though, do you think this girl was maybe just like anxious or something, or like was like feeling very like nervous and like didn't, and then like she was like, oh, I don't want to go, like she changed her mind, and then that's why she called you again, and then she was like, oh, maybe, but then she was like, no, like maybe she was just nervous.
So this is how I'll explain it. That very well
Okay.
could be the point. So we did meet at the park, right?
Yeah.
And again, I was like, okay, we could only walk around the park so many times. Do you want to again? Do you want to go to this ice cream spot? Do you want to go to this? Says no to
Yeah.
any of it. I was like, okay, and like I don't know what to do because I don't want to. It's
Yeah.
because I generally don't want to hop right away. I don't want to seem anxious, and I don't know. So I picked this like this there's this reservoir that a lot of people like. It's pretty much another park in the in
Yeah.
Norwalk, but it's more lit. Like
Yeah.
it's just basically go to another park where you could just still walk around and stuff. Because I don't know what do you want from me? I get in all these ideas, and I'm not gonna say like, okay, you
That's,
don't want to do that. Let's go to your house. But no, I I'm not that type of guy to do it. So she was like,
Mhm.
yes, I will meet you at the reservoir. So
Yeah.
that's where the stood up happened. I go to the reservoir where all this beautiful sight of Norwalk. I figure, okay, we'll take a couple laughs, say goodbye, and then we'll see if there's another date. And that's where the
Mhm.
stood up happened. So I guess it
Yeah.
was half stood up. Is that really stood up? Or is
If she doesn't show up and you show up, then that's
yeah,
messed
like
up. She at least and say sorry. I did she
no,
explain?
no. I called her and she blocked my number.
Oh my god, that
Yeah,
bitch! Oh my god. Yo,
and
give me your number. I'll fight her.
oh,
Just kidding.
that's
Don't.
long gone. And I was just like, okay, like I don't know. I mean, I'll admit it was definitely very stale at some points and boring. I'll admit that.
Yeah.
So I figured, okay, maybe it's nice for you one more round. Maybe you know, we get to know each other more, get out of comfort zone in that sense. But no, she just bounced and was gone forever.
That's like so rude. Like I would tell a guy if I like wasn't interested in him, or
Yeah,
I would do the classic. Oh, I just see us as friends, and then I would like hope that they ghost me. Like I've done it literally all my dates like this year. Like I've just not felt it, and like I'm just like, hey, sorry. Like I think we're probably just better off as friends, or I'm not feeling it. And then like they're like, all right, and then they just ghost me, and I'm like, thank God, out of my hands. Like
yeah, and
yeah,
that's totally fine. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And I
yeah,
figured I'd said I remember thinking, okay, I probably won't. I figured if this doesn't work out at the reservoir, then I won't see her again. And I guess she
yeah.
beat me to the punch, just just ghosting for real like that. And
That's so
it,
rude. I hate that. No, that's rude.
I remember just like I remember for like 2 minutes feeling like, wow, this really sucks. Like, what is wrong with me? Did I say something wrong? Did I do something?
No, you
But
can't take those things personally. Honestly, like it
yeah,
probably had, like it was just obviously she's like not a nice person if she felt the need to do that. So
yeah. And I told you she canceled on me only to call me again, only to cancel, only to show up and then
yeah,
stood me
that's
up.
like definitely not a reflection on you at all. Like clearly she's just
For
not nice.
yeah, and I realized that after a few seconds. So I remember going to Uber Eats. I got my favorite freaking meal in Norwalk, and I was chilling on that Saturday night.
Nice, love that. See, that's good. Like I just hate stuff like that. Like I've definitely had people stand me up. Like one time this guy stood me up, but then it turns out he was getting arrested.
Whoa,
So
did he tell you that? Like, hey,
he's like,
what's
yeah,
happening?
sorry, I got drunk and then I got into a fight with my parents and then they called the cops and I was like, oh shit. Like I'm like, all right, I don't think we should probably see each other.
That's a story.
Like, oh god. Yeah. I've been out with a lot of characters. A lot.
Tell me about it. Oh my god. Is there anyone famous amongst those?
Famous?
Yeah. You ever date anyone famous? Oh, you're
No.
thinking about it.
No, I never dated anyone famous per se.
Would you like to
Like,
date anyone famous?
no. I don't things like that, like I don't really concern I don't care. Like famous people, I'm like, you're just a normal person. I don't
I
you
agree.
know, I just
Just
hate the
always was
hype.
curious.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we idolize people too much. That puts so much pressure on them, and then it puts so much pressure on others to be like
Right.
them. And it's just, I don't know. I wouldn't care to date a celebrity, you know?
hmm You know, do you Yeah, like that's how I said. I've had way easier, more smooth things dating in New York than home. But like of course there's been a couple of well, yeah, well, there's only two on the top of my head that was really solid dating for Connecticut, and everyone else it was just shows me it's better to do it in New York.
Really. What's the best date you've ever been on?
The best date I've ever been on.
Like, what did you guys do for the date?
hmm. I do have some genuine answers.
Like,
I'll say it.
it's, yeah,
I'll,
like, go ahead.
I'll say it. I'll say it.
Yeah,
These are good ones.
yeah.
There's a couple that come to the top of my head. So I once one awesome date was someone I dated for real. It
Yeah.
was it was actually around this time a couple of years ago,
Hmm.
and so our first date was Christmas Eve. It was really
Hmm.
sweet. Like Christmas, of course, and that was after another like annoying, some things didn't work out and whatever, right?
Yeah.
And so yeah, I met her. Thought she was cool. Thought she was really pretty. and
Mhm.
had an awesome first date. But it's Christmas Eve. I was thinking,
Yeah.
man, if this goes bad, I do not want to think so bad. And so like on Christmas, I haven't really done it. Obviously, COVID year, can't do it this year, but we would make
Mhm.
these Christmas ribbons. They're pretty much funnel cakes, and I
Mm,
brought them
yeah.
to her. She had it. She liked it. So it's
Aw.
just hopefully to keep the momentum up. I remember the way we spent our Christmas day, my parents took us to the casino to stay overnight and the day after, right?
Yeah.
And but hopefully that it would, she was still like me and stuff. Got a solid second date. Went to the
Nice.
bowling alley in Norwalk, and
Yeah.
now I remember this girl was like, obviously it didn't work out, but it was still a good time. I had a lot of growth, and I don't really talk to her anymore, but I wish her the best, and it was a great time, a lot of growth. But I knew like, oh, we have a great connection. So I'm driving down Norwalk, getting in the bowling alley. You know what song bumps is
What?
is Ray Schmurda's Power Glide.
Oh my
You
god.
know, got it wrong. I can't play it because the YouTube would take it down, but bounce it around, Power Glide. I remember
Yeah.
just, okay, if this girl likes me, and this is what I now like. I'm very comfortable being with myself, whoever I'm dating, because I figure, oh, they
Yeah.
like me who I am.
Absolutely, which is good.
So I was just, this is the second time in person we're hanging out, and I'm like head
Yeah.
banging and bouncing around. She can't hear what I'm saying, but she's doing it too in her car.
Hey. Aw.
So it was nice going to the bowling alley. We were bowling. I tried to win. I really did try to win, but I was so bad that she wound up winning. She said,
Nice.
"Oh, you let me win." I said, "No, I
Oh.
was trying to beat you. I generally was." Nice hanging out at the arcade. Then like my local. Then it was like a local, just the local bar I could hang out with. Like I go there to see friends who I haven't seen in high school, and it
Mhm.
was just really great vibes like that. So this simple, enjoying, and we dated we were in a relationship for a little bit. So I really like that stuck out. It was just like just one
Yeah.
night where just things clicked. I don't need no extravagant whatever, but it's just like
Yeah.
okay, gives me
Yeah.
faith that someday that those days work. But another awesome date was I really like the High Line in New York, right? You know the High Line in Manhattan. So
Yeah.
I went. Not to sound like I repeat myself, but I've had 3 dates that I like semi that I take these girls and they were like turn little things. They're more than just one little things.
Oh my god. Yeah.
So it's awesome, and again, there's a nice girl I dated. This really good vibe. It was like very misty that day.
Oh yeah.
It was just works again, just good vibes. You walked out of
Oh,
14th Street, go to Ray's Pizza, and it was just an awesome day. Like it
that's
was
nice.
good. And
That's
again,
good. Yeah,
I do
sometimes it's just like the simple stuff too, like, you know, that
for
like
sure.
makes it great. But sometimes it's like it's funny because like I've had that experience where like then the person fucking sucked. Like the
Yeah,
best date that I've ever been on was literally last month,
tell me
and
about it.
the guy, this was the guy who didn't save my number. Yeah, somehow he took me on the
Uh
like he picks me up from he drove up from Waterbury to Hartford, picked me up. We drove all the way down to Hammonasset. This was again last month when it was cold.
yeah.
Hammonasset. Watch this, listen to music in the car. He let me play all my favorite music on Spotify and like show him all my favorite songs. And we were like vibing in the car and talking for an hour, drive down to Hammonasset, watch the sunset, like walk around,
Oh.
watch the sunset, sit together, like cuddle together. He brought like a little beach. The sunset was gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. It
Oh
was like
my
such
god.
like, it was like a perfect movie moment. Like I had butterflies in the stomach. Like I could tell like he was like nervous too. Like it was just like so cute. And then the sun sets, it gets dark, we like leave, he like holds my hand, we like walk back to the car, whatever, car ride home, we're like driving, vibing to music again, he like has his hand on my thigh, like we're like freaking dating, even though this was like our third date. Actually no, this was our first date because like the first 2 times he came to my apartment, which is bullshit. And then like
Oh.
he takes me to like a really nice sushi place, like we both love sushi, like really good vibes, like a lot of fun. And then he like comes over after and we like watch a movie and like hang out. He leaves at like
You
2
remember the
a.m.
movie?
We watched Mr. Deeds, I think. Yeah,
That's
like
that's a that's a good
yeah,
Netflix
we both
show
like
movie.
Adam Sandler. it was like so good. And then this guy turned out to be such a dick and like lied to me and
That's
like,
the worst.
oh, I like you. But then he just really wanted to hook up with me. And I'm like, what the fuck? That was like, now I gotta remember the best date of my life is from somebody who was an asshole. Like, come on.
I mean, I'm sure you're gonna have another best date you ever had really
Yeah.
soon
Well,
for,
tell
you
your
know, to make the.
anybody out there who wants to take me on a great date and not be an ass, like, go
Can we
ahead.
plug
That's
your
what.
Can we plug
Yeah.
your Instagram for that? If you want to go on a date with Karishma Pinto, what's your Instagram? She's single,
Rishi
ready to mingle.
Rishi Pinto, Rishi with 2 Y's, hit me up, take me back to him and ask it, or we could go to a different beach. But that was just a really great date, okay? Or take notes at least. You want to treat your girl right that you're talking to right now. Take her to a beautiful sunset, some sushi, nice little movie, action. Like, come on.
See, why do we us guys make it so complicated and hard? You spell it out this way.
I ask myself these questions every damn day. Like, I think a
Yeah.
lot of guys are so eager. It's like, okay, yeah, like, because this guy would always be like, yeah, I'm like so ready to like, he's like, yeah, like I want to see what happens, but like also I'm like so ready to end my quarantine drought. And I'm like, don't say that to me, that's
Wait,
nasty.
he
My
said that to you?
quarantine drought. Yeah, he kept being,
Jesus
which I
Christ.
guess is my fault for ignoring the fucking red flags, I guess. And then I'm like, yeah, great, right? But like
What
we're
kind
gonna
of
go
guy
on dates.
says that? What?
Yeah, he kept saying it. He's like, yeah, it's been a while. Like, I want to end my
Get a
quarantine drought.
prostitute.
Right? That's exactly what I'm saying. And then, like, yeah, he was just such an ass. I'm like, that's gross. So, like, and then honestly, it's funny because if he had just taken me on a couple dates and like been nice to me and like actually wanted to get to know me, whatever, then yeah, sure. Like, you know, like I'm not a nun. Like,
Yeah, you
I'm
know, take the
not,
next level.
just put in some effort. Just put in some effort. Take me on a couple of dates, you know, and then it's fine. But like, don't tell me like mid conversation like, yeah, I can't wait to end that quarantine drought. Like, ew, it's so creepy.
I want to find this guy and talk to him. Like, what the hell is the matter with you? You
Right?
got
And
a
I'm a
lottery
nice
ticket.
guy. Like, where's the wise? Like, if you have to say you're a nice guy, like, over and over again, you're probably not a nice guy. Because he's like, I'm such a nice guy. I'm, like,
Yeah, I
such a
hate
nice
anyone who
guy.
says that.
I'm so nice. He's like, yeah, like, people take advantage of me because I'm so nice. And I'm like, really? Because I'm, like, waiting for you to, like, be nice to me. And, like, show interest in me. Like, God. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing I learned to like try to stay away to. Like I've
Yeah.
had experience like trying to not be myself and dwindle down so this girl will like me, and it just made it worse. Then that's what I've learned. Like I got to be myself now, and if they like me for who I am, it's
Yeah.
gonna work out.
Yeah,
Seriously.
and like be nice and like just be genuine and like want to get to know somebody. Like I hate when people are like trying to define everything like right away. Like, oh, like yeah, but you're gonna like hook up with me, right? Like it's like no, just like see where it
Someone's
goes. Like
do
so
dudes
many
say that?
guys do that. Guy,
I'm
oh my god,
confused.
the Tinder experience and like even like
Yeah.
Bumble like, Hinge experience for women. Like I don't know if it's just like me or maybe it's like a race thing or like a weight thing. Like I don't know, but like these guys who message me are like literally so disgusting. I'm like, can you stop? Like, can you respect me for like just in general? Like I don't know, I'm like every day they're like trying to lock it down, like, oh, like, you know, like we're gonna link up later, like can I come over? I'm like, no, you can take me out on a date, you can, you know, try to impress me a little bit, like damn.
Yeah, you're a catch, Karishma. You're a nice, pretty girl who deserves so much respect and great vibes. You could really enhance somebody's life too. You're not just like I'm really serious saying this, and no girl should be used just for sex. It's wrong. It genuinely is, and you need to establish a connection. You establish a connection. You know, obviously the sex is probably better if you guys genuinely like each other. You
That's
know,
what I'm
do
saying.
things.
I'm like, no offense, I don't want to like put in all that effort if I don't even like you that much, like
Yeah,
damn, you know, and I want to be like comfortable around you, like,
for sure.
you
That's
know.
it's not a race, and again, of course, like, unless those times, you know, someone takes someone home and they establish, okay, this is just so you know, this is just for tonight.
Yeah.
Which should
Yeah.
that then
I mean,
that's
I've had that experience before too at the bar, like when you're like really drunk and like you meet a guy, like, you know, I've gone to someone's hotel room, but like, I mean, I don't know, that's a different story. That's crazy times. But like, you know, that's different. But like, I don't know. I guess like people have this expectation of like Tinder as like a hookup app.
yeah.
But I don't know, like at least show some like decency and like at least pretend like you want to get to know me. I don't know. Like
Yeah, I mean, they shouldn't either. You know, everything. I think a lot of people think, with matching, like you are going to match with your future wife, and that's not necessarily always the case. You can just, it's gonna, you have to let it grow and be something so you can have that comfortability and that legitimacy. And like I think one thing with my dating game, like I was just non-existent back in college or whatever. It was just more of that friendship guy, and you know I really
Yeah.
am fine with that. And so I would learn about all these complaints
Hmm.
that because the girls would do that. I remember this one girl who hit me up. She fucked my roommate, and that's fine. So she hit me up, see how I was
God.
doing, and
Yeah.
she asked for her sweater. I guess she left. And I literally texted back, "You actually had the audacity to text me that?" She's like, "Why? What?" And I ghosted after that. But like that
Oh,
was
well,
the type of.
good friend. You made people feel comfortable. Like you were a good friend. You
Oh no,
know, like
of course that, and that's no problem. You know, I'm not saying that as a complaint for sure. I'm not like because
okay.
I genuinely like to be friends with that, and and I understand that's the vibe I gave off for sure. And I just felt like you know I guess I was friendly with this person, but like, I don't know. It just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Like, oh, that's the only reason why you're going to hit me up. And even if we're just friends, you could talk about all the guys you hate, all the guys little dicks, or whoever's complaining. I'm fine. I will listen to you for that, even to this day.
Yeah.
But like, don't make it seem like that's all I'm used for. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying. You know?
No, that's frustrating. I get where you're coming from with that. Like if that's literally the only thing they're talking about, they're not like hitting you up to like go do stuff or like talk
Yeah,
about else or ask you how you are doing and talk
exactly.
what you're going through. Like that's frustrating for sure.
For sure. Like honestly, I don't mind the friend zone whatsoever. I genuinely do. I like it. I remember one person who rejected me and I was happy to be in the friend zone. I genuinely was. And I just so I would learn all these things and the complaints, and I still have so much to learn myself with dating. I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
I do believe if whatever's meant to be will happen. I genuinely believe that
Hmm.
because look at all those people who are madly in love. They don't really complain about it. And I think
I mean, but even that too, you never know. Like,
right.
it's like crazy. Like, social media makes everything look perfect, and like, I find myself being like, oh my god, like, you know, I'm not on a particular timeline. Like, I'm not like
Yeah,
dating anyone right now. Like, you get so like worried, but like, it's fine. We're chilling. You know what? Single people, like, you know, it's
absolutely.
fun. I'm having fun. Like, I don't know. I just
I am too. I am too. I genuinely am. And I feel so much better. And that's why getting stood up was low key the best thing that's happened dating in a while. I mean, of course, I would, who doesn't want love some companionship or some
absolutely,
intimacy?
yeah,
And
for sure.
that'll come in time. And I genuinely trust it. I just like being myself. I like the way I look. I like things going. I don't have anything to worry about. I don't have anyone to impress. And if it happens, I just re-downloaded the dating apps. I was off them since that, and but now
Mhm.
I'm just like, okay, if this person shows the effort, if I show the effort, then it's fine.
Absolutely, you got to take it one step at a time. Truly,
Yeah, and that's what's great. You know, we're in our mid 20s. There's still 5 years of being 20s.
yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
like
There's no like set timeline, which I think again is like really hard because you're seeing all these people getting engaged and having babies and all that, but like there's no right way to do anything. So
oh,
it's just like we're just chilling, like we're doing the damn thing. Like, you know, it'll happen when it happens.
I'll DM you, Karishma, for people I see getting engaged. It's like they're not gonna last. There's now except one couple that I went to their wedding. All the weddings I personally seen that I personally know. There's
Yeah.
some, of course, who got married. I don't no idea. I'm sure they're good, but I just feel like, damn, they're not gonna work out. Well,
Yeah.
you guys are
I
so stupid.
mean, I would hope for the best. I
I
don't
don't
want
know.
to
Okay, yes,
be,
I don't want. I'm not
but
wishing no ill will. I genuinely hope for the best. I just, if they, I'm just saying, if they said, "Oh, we're divorced," I just not want to be
be like,
surprised.
oh, okay. I mean, I get it. I get it. Because,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
that would be me. I would not want to be married right now. I would not want to be engaged right now.
No, no,
Like,
no.
no,
For
no,
sure.
no.
And those people know their relationships better than me. So what do
Yeah,
I have to say? But I'm just saying,
exactly.
like I said, if something changed, then oh okay, it's whatever. And but I hope they prove me wrong. I hope
Exactly.
they prove me wrong.
Yeah.
Oh man. The best. So you would say that as that was there a best date that wasn't that asshole guy?
Um, I don't know. Like I've been on a lot of bad dates, so it's
Yeah,
really
tell
hard
me about
to
it.
like. I don't know about you, but like I literally have like a list of all the guys that I like went on dates with this year,
You actually
and
wrote a
like
list?
I like have a list. It's like
Oh.
so long, and I like put X's. You can't see this. I put X's next to their names, and like
Oh boy. You know, like honestly, it's too painful for me to want to remember. I remember Karishma. I've talked about this before. I went with this one girl who would hang out with Leonardo DiCaprio. I was like, damn, that is so true. The way she looked.
oh my god.
But I don't know. I guess it's because I wasn't Leo level that it didn't work. Maybe
You know
some.
what? I think when the right person comes along, they'll come along, and like if
Yeah,
it's meant to be,
absolutely. That's
right?
why I really have.
Also, just yeah.
Hmm?
Go ahead.
That's why I just
No.
say, what do I have to worry about? So being myself. I like myself. I'm sure someone else will like me, and then we can like each other, and we could grow and enhance something with it.
Exactly. And I think it's just like all about not settling. So like yeah, it looks really bad that I've been on like a ton of dates, but like at the end of the day I just like don't settle. Like if you're not matching my energy, then I'm not going to keep pursuing it. Like half these guys like I was just like I can't do this. Like
Right.
a lot of them just wanted hookups like and that's it and like didn't even want to like go out and do stuff and I'm like and I get it. Like again, like navigating dating during a pandemic too, like obviously I was like trying to be very as safe as possible. Like
For sure.
I'd only see some of these guys like after 2 weeks quarantining or making sure they weren't seeing anybody because I wasn't seeing anybody else up in Hartford. So
Yeah, you don't know.
like it's just been it's tough and but again like I think my advice to like anybody is like don't settle. Like if someone's like not meeting your needs like you can't change them. Like that's not going to happen. So it's either up to you to try to be like, all right, if I accept this or I don't, and sorry, like it's not going to go anywhere. So yeah.
It really is unbelievable. I mean, well, no, it's not. I mean, it's unbelievable how crazy some people make the dating, but it doesn't have to be as complicated as we make it. I think
That's true. That's true.
it's gonna happen. I know we like ourselves. Like I said, Karishma, you're a catch. You don't have anything to worry about. You don't need these annoying ass dudes. I'm just trying to do my thing whenever that person is meant to be, and like it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay,
Yeah.
and I just hope I make the right decisions. I hope things manifest the way it's meant to be, and I hope that I get something at least at the end of the day. And I really mean this with even swiping right that we don't get as far as just to contact cards and we don't get each other's number. I hope that I at least get their respect. Well,
Mm-hmm.
that respect,
Absolutely.
even whoever I date and hopefully marry someday. I'd like to have a family. Most
Yeah.
important is the respect. I just hope I could get the respect, the trust, and comfortability, and I genuinely won't take it for granted because of how crazy this world is, how crazy dating is. The good times of dating, the bad times. I won't take it for granted because,
Of
as I
course.
mentioned, it's all types of aspects, and I just hope beyond any intimacy, but beyond you know, beyond any sex, beyond any companionship. I hope that somebody's just genuinely happy to talk to me, even on a little text.
Great.
And I even on those days, not thinking it's corny to say, I'm just thinking about you.
Mhm.
And that just brightens someone's day. Like, who's the person to distract you from those sad and challenging times? That's all I hope I could provide to someone, and they provide to me. And I genuinely believe it's going to be worth that wait.
Yeah. Oh, that's so sweet. That'll happen for you, Mac. Come on. It will. You just gotta. I mean, I think they always say that you like end up finding someone when you're like not looking. So like when you like least expect it. So I don't know. It'll what will come will come. You know?
Yeah, we're definitely going to win, Karishma. We're both great catches. We're both.
Yeah.
You know where our Instagrams are, so slide in our DMs if
Hit
anyone's
us
interested.
up, listeners out
Respectfully,
there.
respectfully, of course. Remember, do it respectfully.
Yes. Hit
And
me with a pickup line.
like that's
Okay.
what
In
you
the
are.
DM.
You like the pickup lines.
Like the good ones, because I've gotten some like really crazy racist pickup lines. And
Oh,
I'm like, that's not
fuck
even
those
funny.
assholes.
It happens a lot. So I'm like, just be respectful, okay? Okay.
Absolutely. I'm hit or miss with the. I don't know with the pickup lines what are if it depends if I hit them or not. Some people, and I'm not anyone ridiculous. Like here are mine that I've done. I've done you know, that girl I told you dated. I said this line and she would make fun of me, even though, hey, you know, you did date me. So, anyways, I said, will you be my Tinderella?
Aw.
See, that's nice.
That's really freaking cheesy, Matt. Come on.
Hey,
Like,
what do I got? What does the guy got to do? I don't know. It's trying to get attention.
just maybe I don't mean like pickup line. I just mean like say something nice. Like I've had guys just
Right.
be like, "You have such a sweet smile," or like someone like commented on my outfit and was like, "That's such a great outfit." Like because I was wearing like overalls that had sunflowers on them, and he's like, "That's so great. That like matches your personality and your energy or something." And I'm like, I don't know. Like when guys are like
Trying too
observant.
hard.
No. I like that he
Oh,
was like
oh,
looking
okay, yeah.
and like being observant and like being or like someone was like, oh, like I love all your glasses, you seem to be wearing all these different glasses in all your pictures, and I'm like, oh my god, you noticed, thank you noticed I have 6 pairs of glasses, like thank you, why
Oh,
did I know
yeah.
this, or, like nails, like I'm telling you guys, like just if you comment on like the little things, like if a guy compliments my manicure, I'm like, oh, thank you, all bets are off. I'm like, yes, you're my new man, love
Yeah.
it.
That's how I've learned, and you know, and I've talked to my friend Abby about this, and use more often, being more observant, commenting on the interest and stuff like that, and that creates a
Yeah,
genuine convo.
absolutely.
Excuse me, I had I don't know, air bubble, but anyways, you know, but some other pickup lines, again, just for shits and giggles, I would do, "Hello, is it me you're swiping for?" And I would put Lionel Richie on.
Oh my god, you're so cheesy. That's like cute though. That's like cute. You love your little puns, don't you?
I just love to write, so I used
Yeah.
to try to do the names and the puns. Some got embarrassing and stuff,
Oh,
but now I more generally, I'm just like, the more I've done recently, I've said like, "Hey, how was your day, 0 to 10?"
yeah, like that's sweet. See, like just
Like that's what I
genuine.
would ask.
Yeah, like you're, you know.
One that I've done is what I say. I said, what was the best thing you did last week? Which is
Aw, see, that's a good question. So, like,
like
it makes
those
you think. It makes a girl think. Like, like that's sweet.
for sure. Like that's what I those are the convos that I do now. I don't do the pickup lines anymore. But
Yeah.
I admit I stole that line from someone said it to me on Bumble. I was like, that doesn't make sense. But I did come up with the 0 to 10.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, Bumble's my favorite one because um you know, they already start some interest. So I was like, okay, good off the bat. So I hope that we make it work. So which one's your favorite out of them all?
Oh. I don't know. I just like any pickup line or any line.
No, I was gonna say which dating app, but
Dating app? Oh, I don't have it. Like I would say, I always go back to Tinder because there's more guys on it. Like I don't have,
yeah,
I hate them all the same. I
I
literally
hate
hate
them
them
all.
all the same.
I hate the Trinity. I
But
hate the Trinity.
but I like download them again, and then like I'll download Hinge, and then like I'll get
The
like the
same
worst
dudes.
matches, and then I'm like, oh, gotta go back to Tinder because more people are on it. But
Right.
then it's like always the same guys. I always see guys that I like already went on dates with, or like that I already talked to, and I'm like, ugh. And then they never remember. I'm like, yeah, we talked before, and they're like, what? Like I remember I would like always match with this guy, and I ended up seeing him for like a month too. Like we went on like 6, 7 dates, and I had matched with him like 5 times over the last several years, and then we finally decided to like meet up, and then we were like
Seven.
seeing each other.
Wait. How many years?
No, it's like a few years, like maybe like 4 or 5 years.
You were
Yeah.
just matching each other, and then you finally went
So,
out. That's some dedication.
and then we like never like like we talk for like a little bit, and then like we wouldn't, and then maybe I'm exaggerating. Maybe it was like 2 years, 3 years. I don't know.
Oh,
Because then
but it was some
but then
time.
yeah, he was like, oh, I remember you talking about like this in like grad school. I'm like, holy shit, that was like 2 years ago. And then we
You
were like, we should
remember?
finally just meet up. We did. Yeah, and like that was nice. He took me mini golfing. That was fun. We went on a lot of fun dates, but then it just like didn't work out because like he didn't text me, and like I don't know. I'm the type of person who like values when someone like communicates with me during the week when we're not like seeing each other. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
That's what I you know,
Wait, you're
establish.
frozen.
Yeah, you're frozen too. You hear me though? We'll be right back, guys. And we're back. Had some technical difficulties, but thank God it was saved because this is an awesome chat. I hope you're having as much fun as I am, Karishma.
Damn, time has flown by.
For real, for
Seriously.
real. That's how you know it's a good one.
Yeah. Aw.
So what were you were saying? So you were telling me you were back and forth with some,
Yeah. Well, actually,
and
this
it
has
would just
happened to me like, twice now. And like we had like so this one guy like we had a really good time. We were seeing each other for like a month. Like we went on a lot of great dates. And then he just like wasn't texting me. And I've had this issue before with guys like they just like wouldn't talk to me between dates. And I'm like I'm the type of person who like I
you
like
have to
value
establish something.
yeah like I value like chatting, getting to know each other. Like I love TikTok, like and memes, and I'm like, send me some TikToks. Like let me send you some
Of
TikToks. Where I'm
course,
like, look at this funny meme I saw. And like he just like wouldn't engage in conversation. And like granted, he was a little bit older. He was like 28, 29, and like I guess maybe he like wasn't as much on his phone. But like I was like, I mean, I told him like that's what I wanted, and then we just decided like he ended up like dumping me and being like, yeah, I just feel like we have a great connection in person, but I just feel like our texts are so forced, so it's not
what
gonna
kind of?
work. And I'm like,
That's the weirdest
I'm
thing I've
like,
ever
that's so
heard.
stupid. I'm like, you could just we could just make it work. Like you're literally
Yeah,
dumping me because like we're not compatible over text, but you're saying but we're fine in person. Like it made no
he's a
sense.
loser.
Yeah, true.
Loser. Oh
He
man.
was a nice guy. Like he was a really great guy. I guess
Okay, I'll just take
we weren't
that
meant.
back.
We just weren't right for each other. Is all. So,
I hear. I hear. Yeah,
yeah.
we're like I said, we're gonna win, and we can help each other out when we need to, trying to figure out this world of bays and not bays. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Mhm. We're the breadwinners. So Karishma, like I said, we've been at for almost 2 hours, but I've
Yeah.
really had a lot of fun with it. I hope you have too,
Yes. Absolutely.
and hopefully we could do this again sometime.
Yeah, just let me know. Great
I,
catching up with you. I can't believe it's been this long.
for
And I'm
sure.
glad to know that you're doing well and that you have this podcast. Very cool stuff.
Oh, that really means a lot. And yeah, I if you want, I'll always promote your I could always promote your stuff for you while we do this. And yeah, it'd be really sweet.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. So I end every podcast with the Proust questionnaire, a special like rapid fire. I mean, there's no time limit, but but you know, they're nice and profound questions. So I would love to hear your answers for this, the
Oh
great
god.
Karishma Pinto.
Go ahead. Okay. Give it
All
to
right.
me.
Let's do it. So, number one, what is your favorite word?
Oh, my favorite word?
Tinder. Just kidding.
Tinder. I don't know. My favorite word? Ah, I don't have a favorite word, but I do like the word community. Or do you mean
Community.
like a favorite word that I say all the time?
No, like
Because
literally
my favorite
favorite
word,
word. I've heard the word
yeah, like
says inquisitive or edubili. Is your favorite
no,
word?
just I don't know. My favorite, I don't know. I don't have a favorite word.
All right, we'll stick with community.
Community. I just love everything about it. I work in a community nonprofit. I'm always saying the word community. I'm always typing it out. So community.
I love the show Community. I just started binging it. You ever see it?
There you go. I've seen a couple episodes. It's funny.
Give it more. Give it more of a chance. I promise
Fine.
it won't let you down. Fine. It was that easy to convince you, huh? All right.
Yeah.
Number two. What is your least favorite word?
Oh my god. Um, I hate when people say lit. I'm sorry, Matt. Not to totally rag on why are you using lit seriously? Like, stop. Like, I remember I used to say it like sophomore year, not to like be that person. We're like,
No,
oh man, say that's lit. That's lit.
you're right. That is my word, and I've been talked about it many times. But
This is nothing personal, okay?
no,
Not to
no, of
totally
course,
offend
I think
you.
it's funny. I think it's funny. But
Oh,
hey, I'm making it. I'll keep the word to stay alive. I'll say it
okay,
at my
good.
wedding
Okay.
day. My wedding is
Yeah.
lit, mom and
Oh my
dad.
god, I hate that. I hate that.
Oh my god, that would be that.
Yeah.
I hope my wedding's I figured with all the bad formal dates and all that, I'll have an awesome wedding, like It's gonna be a
It'll be
show,
it'll be lit. It'll be
literally and
lit.
figuratively.
Oh, it'll be lit. Yeah.
Literally. You must hate that.
Literally. I do love, if I had to choose, I say literally a lot. My favorite word
Literally.
might be actually literally or like fuck, because I'm always like fucking this, fucking that, like, you know, you know. So
I want
yeah.
to have I want to have whoever the priest or the minister. I want it to be a show. Like, I want fireworks and make it so lit. I want celebrity performance. I want celebrities at the wedding.
Oh my god, that's ridiculous. I want to have a small wedding, like not a huge deal. Spend as little as possible.
For now.
So we are opposites in that regard.
What if that changes in a few years?
I just think like if you like find someone that you like want to marry, like I don't think you need to have like a huge spectacle. Like the more I think about it, the more I see all these weddings, I'm like, why?
You make
Like
a
I
great
would like
point.
want to have everyone donate instead of like gifts, like donations to like charities, and then like small ceremony, lots of DIY, lots of mason jars. I will stand by this. I love the mason jar look. So very rustic, cute
Yeah.
barn wedding or something. I don't know.
No. That you do make a great point with that, and I hear that. But it's just me. I just love everything spectacle. Like, I love spectacle. And I mean, look at this whole
As long
thing.
as you invite me, because I want a party, but that's just not what the style of wedding I would want for myself.
I
So
mean, obviously, Karishma. You could come. You come to every party. You come to the bachelor party if you want.
yeah,
Bring your.
yeah, me and all your boys, we're gonna party. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
I feel you could keep up.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Where should I have my bachelor party? And we'll have this
Don't
on record.
Vegas.
Don't do
Vegas is
Vegas.
no, because Vegas. Come on, do something out of the box. Like I don't know. I want to. Oh, you should do Edinburgh,
Atlantic City.
Scotland. No, go
For
abroad.
Scotland. What the fuck gonna do
Yeah,
Scotland?
I love drinking.
You
It's
could
fun.
drink. You could drink in Vegas. How about Atlantic City?
No, oh my God. I grew up going to AC. That's like the beach I would go to, the Jersey Shore. And that is so predictable. I would always see bachelorette parties at AC.
Hell yeah!
No,
You know,
there's something outside of the box. Like, come
you know
on.
what I would see when I would go downtown Stanford and seeing these people have bachelorettes parties and we could Broad Street to Stanford. I don't know if you've been there. Just like of all the places. I
Yeah,
remember
that's
the
cool.
one night I did go
What's in
out and
Stanford? Vineyard Vines. Like,
there's a lot of transports who go to Stanford. Stanford's really popular. A lot of people from all over who commute to the city but don't want to live in Manhattan go there.
really?
Yeah, no, I'm
Wow.
tired of Stanford. That's a place I can't. That's a place that um like I've dated a bunch of girls from Stanford. I'm done. I
Yeah. It seems like a very interesting place. Like,
yeah, for sure.
and interesting
I
people.
had like, I got one amazing friend out of it, and I was just like, I'm done. No more talking to these girls from the city. Even though that's all where my Tinder matches can go while living at home. Like, no more, no more. I
Wait,
had,
that's so funny.
well, yeah.
Yeah, I almost moved there. I almost moved there.
What?
I could have been living there right now because I was out for a job at Vineyard Vines headquarters
Oh,
for
I
like
used to work
I
in
was
that.
in their interview process. Wait, really? Because like I had a corporate interview from October to April. I went through three
This year.
rounds of interviews, including at like no 2018 and 2019. I
Okay.
got to go to the headquarters, meet Chef Ian, the
Chef
founders,
Ian. I don't know who the
and
hell that
like
is.
yeah,
I don't wear Vineyard. Do I
no
look like
Chef
I wear Vineyard Vines?
Chef and Ian, the founders of Vineyard Vines. Yeah, okay. First of all, screw Vineyard Vines because now they're like they have a whole lawsuit for sexism. So I'm glad I didn't end up working there. But
Wait.
like, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
could have been
exactly. Fuck
living
them
in
for that.
Stanford right now.
See, wait. So wait, what was his name?
Yeah,
Chef. His name's Chef. The Vineyard
no,
Vines owner's name
Shep,
Chef.
like Shepherd,
Oh, Shep, like
like the
Shepard
Shep
Smith.
shirts. Come on, you know the Shep shirt. Yeah, like Shep and Ian. Come on, all your fraternity brothers probably had their little Vineyard
Oh,
Vines Shep shirts and
I
shit. Come
I
on.
am so anti Vineyard Vines Patagonia. I will wear Ralph, but Ralph can be for anybody. But nah, fuck Patagonia and Vineyard Vines. You will never see me wear it. But yeah, like I said,
Oh my god! All right, no, just never gift you with Vineyard Vibes. Like,
please no,
no,
please.
yeah, fuck them too. I feel that.
But yeah, like I dated one more girl from Stanford and we became great friends. And I'm like, no, I'm done. I'm done with it. I
Oh
don't
my
need.
god, I can't believe you become like friends with all your dates. Meanwhile, I'm like blocked, deleted, denied, never talk to me ever fucking again, Matthew. I've been out with all the Matts.
Have
Like,
you really?
so I'm like,
Are guys named
yeah,
Matt's
lots of
difficult to date? Lots of
yes,
Matts.
the guy from last month who didn't save my number, a Matt. So,
Oh,
huh,
good. Does
always a
that make
Matt.
does that make me the best Matt you know, personally?
Are you the best Matt I know? It's tough. I do know a lot of Matts.
Who must I compete with?
I guess you, yeah, probably you are the best Matt I know so far.
Well, you're the best Karishma I know.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Tough competition, right, for first love? Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, after that, no, I don't need to date these Stanford girls no more. They're all the same at the end of the day.
Oh my god.
But oh well, oh well.
Yeah.
Man, what was I saying? Oh, by the way,
We're
bachelor
talking-
party, Miami.
Oh, okay, Miami, sure, sure.
Okay,
Okay.
cool with that. How about bachelor party in Hartford?
I mean, yeah, bring up, yeah,
Where are we gonna
stimulate the
go?
body.
Russian lady?
Exactly. Yeah. I actually had my 25th birthday party at Russian Lady. Like I
That
had a
sounds
party at
fun.
my apartment and invited everybody I knew. And then we like went bar crawling. So we like went to Rocking Horse Russian.
That's fun.
It was fun.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So fun.
Or like, I would. I'm so interested. How about bachelor party in Toronto?
That'd be cool. Toronto seems like really cool and fun. And lots of diversity too.
Mm. Or Los Angeles.
No.
That
LA
could
just
work.
like seems so overrated to me.
I love
I
LA.
don't know. Or like Colorado, like a cabin or some shit in Colorado. I don't
Get,
know. Just
get
getting
some legal
hammered.
weed. Get some legal weed.
Yeah, exactly.
You,
Yes, I would do that.
you still smoke weed, Karishma? If you're allowed to say, you can plead the fifth.
Say that again. Me?
Yeah.
I was like a baby pothead in like sophomore year.
What's a baby?
Wait,
What's a baby pie?
I like went to our RPW class high once, and I like
Really?
almost got. I was so fucking suited. I like almost got hit by a car walking to class.
What weed were you smoking?
I don't know. It was like shit. My roommates like got me, so I don't know. And then I've definitely calmed down since then. Like the last time I like smoked was like last year in Jamaica with my friends, and
You in
like I
Jamaica?
dead ass bought. Yeah, I bought some like really good shit from this man. I shit you not. We're like swimming in the ocean at our resort because it was like a private beach, and I like see this man, and I'm like, guys, this man is definitely like selling some shit. And I like make eye contact with him, and I'm like, yeah, you got something. And I've never seen anyone paddle so fast. This man comes over to me and like literally sells me 2 dubs, and then I'm like, I don't have any money on me, sir, like I'm swimming in the ocean. And he's like, yeah, mom, like you'll find me later, like you could pay me later. And like it was just like
Wow.
so fun.
Did you pay the guy?
Yeah, I like went like hours later I
So
went.
you genuinely he trusted you like that. Pay me later.
I'm very trustworthy, okay? And I sure enough I did, because it was some really good shit too. Yeah.
Well, you're going to heaven, Karishma, for that one. The next one is excuse me. The next person I would say the next question. I like it. I like how we just branch out from that. So the third question is now when I say this, okay, specifically like human interactions, because when I ask this, people think it's a sexual question and it's not.
Oh.
What turns you on, Karishma?
um I think people who are like genuinely like friendly and like can hold a conversation and like you can like vibe with. I don't know, like people with energy.
That's
And,
beautiful.
like
That's beautiful.
yeah,
I
yeah,
like that. Yeah, I like when people answers like that, and when people would say like, "Oh, I've asked like 2 questions that people's like, I really like girls who have glasses," and then someone like was really detailed, like what turns me on is my grandma's gonna hear that, so I could text you it later. Like this was the
yeah. I
dirtiest
want to
thing
know.
the dirtiest thing I ever heard. So was a like I was fine with it, but he would look so awful as a human being if I let that on.
Oh my
So
god,
I love
like
asking that.
because like I don't know, like there are a lot of things that are like a turn on and like attractive to me, but like a lot of people have those qualities that I find, aka all these guys I've dated have obviously had something that I was like turned on by or attracted to. But at the end of the day, it's hard to find someone who's like actually genuine and like has really good energy and is like kind. Like
Yeah.
guys who are nice to like the waitress or like waiter or like people, other people, like such turn on. I'm like, oh my god, he's like friendly to other people. He like
Oh,
treats people with respect and decency, which is really fucked up in a way because it's like, wow, this guy's doing the bare minimum. He's like a decent human being. Like, oh my god, such a turn on. But like, it's, I feel like it's like hard to come by sometimes. So yeah.
you have to push it around and have some fun in that sense. I hear that. But so what, having said all that, what turned you off, Karishma?
Um, I guess just like the opposite though, like people who are rude and snarky and like just like have to like question every single thing or like don't care. I want someone who has like passion and like caring about something at least. Like find one thing and care about it, you know?
Right.
People who are like apathetic. Oh god, apathy. Apathy just makes my blood boil.
You hate apathy. Like,
Care about something, god damn it.
care. Oh, you're giving me so many great sound bites today, Karishma. I love it. I love it.
Oh god.
I hear you though. I hate apathy too. Give a
Yeah.
damn.
Yes.
Show some
Exactly.
effort. Be
Yes.
real. Be
Yes.
cool.
Yes.
Don't be a fucking loser. Give a
I mean,
shit.
okay, that's strong. I mean, you know,
Okay,
like
sorry, my
just
bad.
be
I
nice.
don't I don't mean to take it too much.
Yeah. No,
My bad with that. Just
no, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. We got the gist of it. We know what you're
yes.
saying. So you're good. You're good.
Just
You're
put some effort. Just put some effort. You're not losers if you don't
good.
put in effort. Just,
Yeah. I mean,
yes,
if
you
you're
are
gonna put it
losers,
for your
but it doesn't have to be that deep with it, or maybe it does. I don't know.
yeah.
This is the
Case by
longest.
case.
This is the longest press questionnaire, but I love it. I love it. I'm just thinking about what are the other things that are going to be arise from this because it's interesting. It's like these two questions. Interested for what you're going to say. What sound or noise do you love?
What sound or noise do I love?
Yeah.
I don't know. What do people usually say? Like, I don't know.
I mean, some people will say like, "Oh, well, I love the sound of a baseball getting hit. I love the sound of
Yeah. Or
interactions,
the cracking of a bat at a
yeah,
game. I
or
love that
swooshing
sound.
of the basketball, yeah, the crack of the
Yeah.
bat,
No,
or
cracking of a bat is just it just makes me feel so nostalgic. Like I love that sound.
summertime blues.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Summertime. What sound or noise do you hate?
Uh I hate it triggers my fight or flight. The default alarm on an iPhone.
Dun, 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 dun. Or is
Yes.
it the one? Or is it the one?
No, no, the one that's yes, yes. Yeah. Oh God. Ugh, it makes my like nervous system just totally go crazy.
I'm the type of guy who puts alarms for everything next to my reminders, like
Oh
everything.
God, no. No. That noise doesn't trigger your fight or flight.
All the
Oh my
time. But you know what? You know what song I the last ever album I bought so far was Drake's Views. I actually bought it on Apple.
oh really?
And one of the I have a friend who always sing. I hear him sing it, and it's my alarm. It's the song "With You" by Drake and Party Next Door. It's
Yeah.
like it's all about us right now, girl. Where are you going? I'm with you. Oh, oh, oh. I heard that for 4 years and still hearing it. It's
Gee.
my alarm.
No, I would hate that.
It
Oh
starts
God.
dun 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 dun. I can play that whole song.
Oh my
Party Next
God.
Door and Jake. It's all about us right now, girl. Where are you going? It's such a Drake line. What's your favorite Drake line?
My favorite Drake line?
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. It would probably be very cliche because I don't listen to a lot of Drake.
Have you
Um,
ever listened to sensitive Drake after a breakup or something sad? Or
no.
a guy
I
or
listen to the weirdest fucking music,
like
Matt. I
what?
listen to indie folk, like the Lumineers, and like
Are you?
Mumford and Sons. Like that's the shit I listen to.
Mumford and Sons goes in. You know what song I like? But it was not your fault, but mine.
The only
I
song
really,
I know.
I know every. Or the other one, cold in water.
Yeah.
I know that one. Who does? I think one of the Mumford and Sons is married to like one of my crushes, like acting. I think
I know exactly who you're talking about. What's her
like
name?
the lead singer,
Michelle?
Michelle.
No. No, isn't her name Michelle?
I'm about to look this up.
Oh no, or like Carrie.
Mumford and Sons. Carrie.
Marcus Mumford is married to like an
Marcus.
actress.
That's a fucking awesome name, Marcus
Marcus
Mumford.
Mumford. Yeah.
I will wait.
Yeah, that's like
Marcus
their.
Mumford. Oh, Carrie Mulligan. Yeah.
Yes, there you go. I told you.
Okay, she's an amazing actress. I don't think I
Yeah.
was crushing on her. No. Like, you know who was my celebrity crush?
Who?
Anna Kendrick.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh
She's
man,
good.
I think I've had such a celebrity crush on her, like since like freshman year of college.
Really?
But
Pitch
I respect.
Perfect.
I think she's an amazing actress, and
Yeah.
I'm attracted to her talent.
Yeah. Her singing.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
You know Alex Rodriguez, right?
Yeah.
You know J Lo, right?
Yeah.
They're married. There was a
Yeah.
clip of Alex Rodriguez back in the early 2000s getting asked, "Who's your celebrity crush?" And he actually said Jennifer Lopez.
No way! Oh my god, that's so funny how things work out. They're like so cute together. They're like on
Yeah,
TikToks.
there's 17 years later, he actually dates her and engaged. Isn't that a story?
Yeah, that's funny.
I love A-Rod. He was my second favorite player. He's all over there. Okay. I asked you what sound or noise do you hate?
Yeah.
What's your favorite curse word?
Fuck.
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 That's
I'm
it.
like, fuck this, fuck that. I've been trying to hold back for this podcast, but I'll admit it's been hard.
Well, you're allowed to swear on this.
Well, I didn't want to seem like I'm a bitch who's like always like, fuck this, fuck that, fuck everything.
Ha-
Fucking this.
have you ever said the word fuck to a teacher? As a
To a
joke or anything?
teacher? No.
Or anyone like of authority figure?
So like it's so funny you say that because like growing up like curse word even just like saying shut up my dad would like put soap in our mouth when we were
Ooh.
like kids like, first thing. And now like it's so funny because like I say fuck in front of my parents all the time and I just started doing that like maybe a year ago or so. I've been like testing the waters and at first my mom would like freak out but like now I say fuck like all the time and like they just don't say anything.
my
So
my favorite word my favorite curse word is motherfucker. I just like
motherfucker.
motherfucker this, motherfucker that. One of my favorite lines in the movie is Talladega Nights, Will Ferrell. And he asked this random homeless guy, "Hey man," I think he asked him some question. He's like, "Motherfucker, why are you talking to me? Shut the fuck up!" And I was
Oh
like
my,
crying, laughing in sixth grade for it.
oh my god. That's
Favorite
ridiculous.
use of motherfucker.
Yeah.
What profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
I want to be like, I would love to try to be a doctor. I wanted to be a doctor, but that didn't work out. And a lot of stuff grosses me out. So I don't think I could do it. So
Well, again, it's never
shout
too
out
late.
to all those. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. But like, shout out to all the frontline workers and doctors and everybody right now putting
Very
their
much
lives
so.
on the line. So,
Much love and appreciation to our healthcare field. Seriously, not only
yeah,
this time, but any time pre that and any time after that.
exactly.
Number 9, what profession would you not like to do?
Uh, I would not want. That's a tough one. I don't know. I would not want to be like a.
A loser?
Oh my god, stop.
Which you're not.
I don't know, like profession? A skydiving instructor? I don't know. I hate that shit. It scares me. Skydiving? No.
A
Maybe I would.
skydiving instructor. That's the
Imagine
first.
imagine having to jump out of a plane every like day, every like 2 hours with people. I wouldn't want to do that.
I definitely want to try it once.
I do it once, but I wouldn't want to be a skydiving instructor because I'd be like shitting my pants every second.
Definitely.
Damn, that's a lot of jumping out of planes. Hell no.
I've
Just
seen a
something's bound to go wrong if you're jumping out of a plane
right.
that many times.
I've a lot of girls on Tinder. I feel like they do a skydiving pic if they can, but like, you know,
Yeah, yeah, because that's cool. I mean,
that
you
and
know,
like
like
animal pic.
holding a fish, or
There's a lot
dancing
of
at your
dudes.
friend's wedding.
I
Every fucking guy has a picture of them dancing at someone's wedding. I swear,
swear,
candid
I
of that.
swear, every girl has that a picture with like a fucking elephant or a
I
tiger.
hate that. Oh my god, I hate that. Like, ew, that animal must have been so tranquilized. Like, God.
I'm trying to think. What is it? You always try to think of the right. Not this is gonna sound dumb. Formula of what pictures to have. But
I
I
just,
learned.
yeah.
I feel
You
like
gotta
it's just your life. Just show you have a life. That's how I look at
like,
it.
or like, I always try to show like close up, full body, and then action, and then like something cool or artsy.
Yeah, like that's what I heard. You have to do like the selfie or medium shot, the close up, the full body, and like you said, you doing something activities. One that shows you have friends because someone told me, "Well, if this guy's
Yeah,
alone, he might not have any friends."
exactly. Or like
Hmm.
you know what I've been doing? So I took up golf this summer, and like that
Oh,
has
that's cool.
gotten me so many fucking matches and likes because guys be like, oh,
Hey,
you want to go to the driving range? So now I make it a point to put pictures of me in my little
that's a good
golf
one.
skirt, like like at my like doing. I did the golf event at Dunkin' Donuts Park at the Yardgoat Stadium, and like guys like, oh my god, you like golfed at the ballpark? I'm like, yeah, like it's such a good talking point, honestly.
Have you ever gone on a driving range date or a golf date?
No, I refuse. I am not ready to embarrass myself like that on a first
Yeah.
date, Matt. Like, and I just started golfing. I don't want
Hmm.
to be in that position. I don't want to be bending over on a first date, okay? Not in that situation, at least, and embarrassing myself with a
No,
golf
yeah,
club.
I hear you.
So,
Is there any pictures you suggest for me to have if I have a picture of me doing this or any guy really?
any
What
guy,
pictures?
I think just I hate when guys put pictures of their fucking cars or food or random pictures. Just make sure all your pictures are just pictures of you, okay? And
Does,
make sure they look like you. God, like I
does a
that's not
guy
God.
does a guy need to have the six pack pic to be cool?
No, okay. I think dad bod. I prefer a dad bod to a guy who's like extremely ripped. It's like so intimidating dating a guy who is like completely ripped. Like then you feel self conscious. Then it's like, like they have like a six pack, and like then you feel like you're like the ugly one, and it's just not a good situation. And I would, I don't want to assume for everybody, but like I feel like a lot of girls kind of feel like that. Like you kind of take the dad bod over like some
Low
guy who's
key,
like
huh?
crazy jacked. Yeah,
Do
yeah.
you think it's better to have like that half ripped, not half ripped, like half in shape, half chubby like look? That would be the perfect one. Like, okay, he has some definition. He's strong, but I can cuddle with this guy. Like, is that the because
I
he's
don't
not totally
know.
ripped?
I can't speak to that. I don't. I personally am
Yeah,
not.
this was a general thing. I don't mean you specifically, but
I don't know. I don't think there's a good
I
definitive.
say that because someone once said that to me.
Well, that's I don't
Not
know.
about
That's
me, but not about
but
me.
then
About like in general. Like that's what she says. Like if you could
I
have the
think
perfect half and half, you're good.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I think that's great. Like I don't know. I think everybody has their preference, but I think
Right.
if I were to say like what people lean towards, like I don't know if like being like a bodybuilder with like washboard abs is something that like everybody wants universally, but yeah, I don't know. I personally like don't try to judge body types because like who am I to judge? So
Exactly. It's not
yeah.
about what's in here. It's about what's in
What's
here.
out here. But I mean, yeah, obviously you're gonna be attracted to who you're attracted to, but like I feel like there's more like you gotta get to know someone too. So like I don't know. I just try not to be that judgy. Like I don't know.
So it's okay. You don't have to. So we tell the guys, it's okay to have that burger. It's okay to have Donald's. It's
Yeah,
okay to.
you guys are so hard on yourselves. Like you don't again, like you don't need to spend every waking moment at the gym. Like I'm not gonna lie, like on dating apps, like obviously not that they would probably even match with me, but like guys who are like completely ripped, like all gym selfies, like body
Oh,
I swipe left on those guys because I'm like, first of all, I probably don't have a chance with you. Second of all, I just probably wouldn't want to either. Like they might, which sucks. Like they might be a really great guy. I'm not saying they're not nice people, but like, I don't know. It's just really intimidating, and I'm like, I don't need you to lower my self-esteem anymore.
I hear
So
you. Exactly. You could get any guy you want, Karishma, in this world.
okay, I mean that's so much fun.
So, I asked you, what profession would you not like to do? So, my last question for you before we say goodbye:
Yeah.
if heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say to you when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Um, that's tough because I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I don't believe in God, so what would I want a person in say heaven exists to say to me? I
Yes.
think that I'd want them to say that like I did what I was supposed to be doing, like as a living person, and that like I like made a difference in like at least one person's life. Like I know that it's just really unrealistic for me to expect to have changed the entire world as one person, but like at least I would hope that I impacted at least one person in some kind of profound way. So yeah.
Well, in all seriousness, Krishma, I'm sure you have done that already and you will do it in the future.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you.
You're very welcome. But yeah, we've been killing it close to 2.5 hours. This has been great. I hope you
I know
had a good time.
I really did. So
And
great talking to you, Matt.
it really was. And obviously let's stay in touch for sure. Don't let this be the end.
Yeah.
And I'll let you know that intense thing that guy said for sure.
Yeah. Okay, good. Wait, are you gonna cut this part out? I want to take a picture of us.
Okay, 1 second.
Mhm.
But
All right.
seriously, Karishma, been nothing but a pleasure to talk to. It's been great chopping it up. Again, I hope to talk to you really soon. And seriously, it's been a great time, and I hope you have had some as much fun as I did. And again, you could go check out Karishma's awesome business. Go to go on Instagram at Hart and Hand Co, all one word, and Hart is spelled Hart and
Yep.
Hand Co. So again, if you want to check out the awesome bracelets that Karishma is producing, go to at Hart and Hand Co. Is there anything else you want to say, Karishma, before we say goodbye?
No, I think that's it. Thanks again for having me, and I hope everybody enjoys our little antics.
Trust me, they will. I think they will. So it's been great, and we definitely going to want you to back. So we have so many more things to decode about our world right now. So I'm looking forward to it.
Me too.
All
All
right.
right.
So with that, I'll see you later, Krishna, and hope you have a great night.
Thanks. You too.
Bye bye.